Alright, hello everyone, we're back. Another Tour 9 tutorial here. And we are going to, I'm about to wrap up Tour 9 for a little bit. So might put some holes in this tour for just a tiny bit. I do want to kind of, just kind of briefly touch on a lot of the tours. So I might take a little break from this tour. I'm getting close to that point. So what I like to do here is I like to use side spin so I don't have to curl it. So, and what you can see what I'm doing with the top spin, I like to use about 5 bars. So, hopefully you can as well. And I also like to land close to that bunker. And with all that side spin, I'm not going to really need to curl this at all. That's one of the best things that I like. Keep in mind, you can see I'm about 5 rings is where it's going to land. And I'm assuming with the power that I'm going to at least land, 6 or 7 rings downwind. So here you're going to see me kind of just put on just a touch of power, nothing too much. Oh, it's still too much. That was just too much. So I tried to get a little bit aggressive to try to get it right down for that pitch, but no real harm done as well. But you can learn something from what I just did there, because my technique is really good there in terms of with the way that I'm setting up to do that shot. Very minimal effort there with what I was just doing, and can give you very good results. You can end up with, with a fairway bounce there. I'm at a min distance short iron and a very easy pitch that can go in. Of course, another thing you can do downwind is you can pull out a berserker. I'm going to be more prone to, go for that fairway like that guy did. But I'm going to be prone to kind of just set you guys up for, doing minimal things as opposed to, you don't need to beat somebody with a berserker in a Tour 9 match. There's better times to use your berserkers, especially if you're tight on them. So there's no point of pulling them out in just for one game in the Tour 9. The million coins really isn't going to, make or break you. So what you're going to see me do here, you can see I was maybe 2 1/4. That's going to be my ring adjustment. So, towards 5 rings, but not quite. It's kind of what I'm going to do here. And it's probably not enough. It doesn't look like enough. So I was off by about a ring. Part of that might have to do with the side spin or the side wind. So when it comes in, instead of that being it probably wasn't an underplay, but what was an underplay is the fact that I forgot to, even I do this at times. So it just shows you how important this is to always constantly be thinking. I was playing more the rings there, which was probably pretty spot on, but what I forgot, just because, I usually don't forget about it in game. I usually forget about it in stream because I'm talking. But one of the things that you always want to think about is you need to either do an overplay or you need to do a counter method to straighten out those side winds. You always need to be thinking about it. I mean, you need to think about it with every wind, but especially for side winds, because those are going to be the ones that have a lot of right to left hook or left to right hook. And, I needed to at least account for that by doing an overplay by a ring or doing it with some counter back curl to kind of straighten it out. So, don't forget about these things on every shot. They're always important. These are the things that you always need to be thinking about, and you can see what kind of happens when you don't think about it is you basically take yourself out of the shot. So I would have needed, a great ball right for that to have any chance at the hole. Because what I did was, probably not visually or in terms of ring counting, it was probably almost pretty spot on. But those second, third, fourth, and the rest of those bounces all changed. So let's see what we got here. Oh, very challenging wind. So this is a very challenging wind. One of the best reasons to have a katana ball on is for winds like this. So here you're going to see me usually, I use about close to 3 on the backspin when we get a wind that's down, pointed down. I usually try to stay away from the edge because I'm going to apply curl, which is going to, so you're going to see me come off by about a ring. And in addition to that, I'm going to play very close to max distance, so 5, maybe 5 1/4. on my rings. I'm going to be very aggressive with how much I curl here. Great ball right. That's going to really affect my shot a little bit. But I did have good curl on it, or good backspin on it. So it's still decent. It's decent. Now, had I not hit that great ball, it might have been a lot tighter. I might have been in there about 2 yards. So keep that in mind. You know, perfect ball timing is so critical. But also, keep in mind what I was just doing there for my setup, how important what I was doing, you know, with knowing with how much curl I was going to apply, that when you go beyond the target, all that curl is working back to the left, so it's not going to land in the angle that you're pulling back when you're playing that wind. It's going to pull back, and it's going to be much more towards the, and this is going to be a tight one. It's going to be a tight game. With him being back there on the fringe, I edged him out by a yard. But like I mentioned, you know, keep that factor in mind with the curl, that anytime that it's way downwind like that, and you put on a lot of curl, anything beyond the target where you actually are aiming is going to come in at a hook angle. It's not going to land where you straight ahead. It's going to land straight ahead and to the left. So if you don't account for that in your ring play, then you're going to land, you know, had I played a little bit more aggressively towards the edge of the island there, and I hit a curl and I hit a perfect ball, it would have curled into the rough. So always keep that in mind when you're doing high curl shots, that the ball's not going to project towards that target line. It's going to overhook. Conversely, you know, the opposite's true. So if it's super into the wind and you're doing a curl shot into the wind, it's not going, wherever you have the target line, when you curl it, it's not going to ever make it back to where you actually visually see. So, you know, wherever you're aiming is essentially a max adjust. It's never going to get back to that point. So it's probably going to, you know, if I would have been doing a curl to the left like that, it would have landed much more right, at least a ring. It would have landed about a more of a ring to the right of where I was actually set up to aim. So keep that in mind when you are going about playing your rings and curl shots. And good luck with your Tour 9 play. Let me know how it goes. And be on the lookout for more of my future content.